Welcome, everybody, again, the special holiday edition. It's Christmas. If you're waking up Christmas morning and you see you got a podcast episode from your favorite guys over here at the Ranger Zone, you're very welcome. Definitely not going to miss out on this holiday season. We are going to take the week off next week, possibly the week after. I'm not entirely sure. We do have 2 episodes that are going to come your way with Kyle Higashioka and Jake Berger. We've got feature episodes on each of those guys, so those are going to be coming in the new year for sure. Like always, we are permanently obsessed with these Texas Rangers and only semi-qualified to dish out our hot takes like hot cakes from the fans to the front office, or rather this time of year like hot little gingerbread man with gumdrop buttons.
Not the gumdrop buttons.
She's married to the Muffin Man.
She's married to the Muffin Man.
Before we get into our holiday episode here, we've got a little bit of news. Texas Rangers Fan Fest is coming up on January 18th. That'll be from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock at the Globe. $20 for adults, $10 for kids, 3 to 13. Going to be a lot of fun. If you guys were there last year or any of the previous years, it's always a fun time. They've always got fun things planned.
It's going to be the first year for me.
Yeah.
I've never been before.
It is a large time. On the list here, it says interactive fan activities, including autograph sessions with current Rangers, players, and alumni, on-field activities like running the bases, wiffle ball, home run derbies, and more. They're also going to do a card show. I think Topps or someone is going to be there doing some type of card show, so that'll be super fun. I'm excited to check that out.
Gotta love baseball trading cards.
Yeah. Other news about spending money, the final salaries for 2024 came in. We made the top 5, spent the 5th most money out of everybody last year at $268.445 million. Just about $90 million less than the Dodgers, who spent $353 million.
And almost $4 million more than the Houston Astros. I like that. Gotta spend more than them, but not enough to where they can legitimately claim, oh, you guys bought a championship.
Yeah.
And then even with that claim, so
Yes.
you're mad at us that our owner spent money?
Yeah. Get you an owner that loves you.
Looking at you, Jim Crane.
Get you an owner that loves you.
Not a terribly heavy news segment. Just wanted to hit that stuff with you. We do want to get into just this episode of, I don't really know. There's not particularly a main topic. We're just going to string a bunch of goofy stuff together a little bit. The first thing I did want to get into, since Christmas and New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve and Eves of both of those, they're all upon us, or have just passed, since of course this is coming out on Christmas. I went through some of the old Rangers and noted some notables of birthdays around this time.
Notables.
First off is Kevin Millwood. He was born on December 24th, Christmas Eve, 1974.
It's going to get a solid meh from me.
Yeah.
That's about Millwood in a nutshell.
Happy birthday, Kevin.
Next on this list, December 26th, just missing out on that Christmas Day birth, is Yoshinori Tateyama, 1975.
I remember Yoshi.
Also joining him the day after Christmas is Mr. Mike Minor. Got a pitching correlation going on here. December 26th, 1987.
Really solid with us.
And as Mike would say, ask me if I care, Pete.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A little spicy from Mike. I remember that.
Next up, after Christmas, of course, is New Year's. We've got Fernando Tatis, who was with us. He was born New Year's Day, January 1st, 1975.
The man is notable for 2 things. 1, fathering a good major league son and hitting 2 grand slams in the same inning.
Yeah.
Off the same pitcher.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Just about rounding off this list, also born on January 1st. He was only here for 10 innings, but that is Mr. Dallas Keuchel, January 1st, 1988.
Just enough to bug those Astros fans.
Yeah.
Just enough for me like, yeah, well, he also played for us. A fun, weird little insignificant fact. I was at his major league debut.
Really?
Yeah, back in 2012. Totally forgot that I was there. I was just going through the old MLB ballpark app and saw the ticket stub, and I was like, oh, don't remember if he won or lost.
I'm going to tell you. He pitched 5 innings.
Did he get the win?
He got the loss.
Oh, sucks to suck.
Yeah, 9-3 was the final.
Ooh.
Yeah, pitched 5 innings, 4 hits, only 1 run. It was earned. Walked 4, though. Struck out 2. So this is weird. So he was actually pitching an okay game, man. The game was scoreless until the top of the 5th. Houston got one across, and then he pitched a bottom scoreless, and then we pitched a scoreless top of the 6th. But when the bottom of the 6th came around, we unloaded for 7 runs for that inning. He gave up 1 of them. They must have taken him out, and then we shellacked the other pitchers.
Whoever came in after that.
Yeah.
Just remember, Astros fans, we have the same number of championships.
Yeah, suck it.
So hostile.
Well, get with it.
Get with it.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. It's easy enough.
You remember Dave Chappelle and Pop Copy?
Pop copy.
Because that's why.
That's why.
Oh, Lord.
So, last on this list, never a Ranger, but definitely worth mentioning. His birthday was on Christmas Day.
He was the victim of Nolan Ryan's 5,000th strikeout.
Was he really?
He sure was.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. But that is Mr. Ricky Henderson, who tragically passed away just, was that yesterday, guys?
That was
I think he
yesterday.
passed away on the 20th.
On the 20th.
2 days ago.
Okay.
Oh, really?
We just found out yesterday.
That's okay. Yeah. But yeah, he would have turned 66 on Christmas Day, and what a freaking ball player, guys. I mean...
And what an enigmatic human being. Just a fun guy.
You know, there's been tons of posts and things about all of his career highlights. I definitely saved some because they're 100% worth mentioning. This dude is like something out of a baseball fairy tale. It's a legend. So, of course, he was a 10-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champ, the all-time stolen base leader, the all-time runs scored leader. He was the MVP in 1990, got 3 Silver Sluggers, and a first ballot Hall of Famer. There's some of these really wild ones.
He's one of those guys that can kind of make that argument where he's like, I'm one of the greatest of all times. It has nothing to do with home runs.
Nope.
You got to love it.
And he is. He is absolutely the greatest leadoff hitter ever.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not, don't get me wrong, he hit home runs. He just
Yeah.
didn't hit like 500 home runs.
Yeah. It's funny. Bill James said if you split him in 2, you still get 2 Hall of Famers.
Yes. And there's not a lot of dudes you can say that about. I mean, there's like him, Barry Bonds, and I don't know, the Babe maybe.
What are other notable? Can y'all mention any other all-time leadoff guys?
Marcus Semien.
Right.
Certainly none that really played for this franchise. I mean, we've had some that have been good.
Yeah,
But
flashes. Kinsler had some flashes. He liked to hit the occasional leadoff bomb from time to time.
Like leadoff guys are usually not this impactful.
Yeah.
it's like, yes, you are impactful, but you are not the face of the franchise necessarily, or the big bappa.
The things that we count on you for don't usually impact the stat line that much. You know what I mean?
This was a list of interesting facts, just kind of those quirky facts from Reddit that I got. So if you penalized Henderson 1 stolen base for each of his 335 times that he got caught stealing, and on top of that, took away his 130 steal season, he'd still be the all-time leader in steals by 3.
You're right. These are like Barry Bonds level,
This man
so
is
much
amazing.
further away from everybody else in all these categories.
This one's of the same ilk. So a player could debut on opening day this next season coming up, steal 50 bases every single season. That's a lot of a lot of bases. He could steal 50 bases for the next 28 years and still be 6 steals away from Ricky's record.
On that note, they've changed the rules recently, and steals have they've made a dramatic comeback. So, Ellie De La Cruz, rookie sensation last year, he led the league in steals with 67. He would have to steal those same amount of bases for 19 consecutive seasons to pass Ricky.
It's crazy. And like
The man that's him leading the league last year. He'd have to essentially lead the league for 20 consecutive years to even sniff Ricky.
the next closest to him, so it's Ricky at the top with 1,406, and then the next closest person's Lou Brock with 938, who Lou Brock played
For the
Last
Cardinals.
season was in 1964.
And that was one of those.
Sorry, it was that was with the Cubs, and then went to the Cardinals. You're correct, yeah, until 1979.
And he was one of those. That what you had with 907 is that what you said?
938.
938. That was considered a pretty much unbreakable record at that time too. And not only did Ricky break it, he just
Came into the league the same year that Brock exited the league.
That's wild.
And
you just imagine it's like, hey, Mr. Brock, I'm going to take your record.
Yep.
That's mine.
The one that I thought was outstanding was the Ricky could have joined the 3,000 hit club as a leadoff hitter alone. He's the only hitter who can say that. Pete Rose would have had 2,924, and Ichiro would have had 2,529.
I wonder where else Pete Rose primarily bat. I wonder if he got a lot of time in the bottom of that big red machine lineup. Maybe was he batting?
He's got to be top 3 in that lineup.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Like, I feel like that team was really known for defense above everything else.
If you're an old head listening, feel free to email the show.
Yeah, you comment, let us know.
I mean, between Bench, Morgan, and Rose, that's defense.
So let's get into some of our holiday hijinks and things that we're going to do. Nothing crazy. We just wanted to get something out there for you guys to get you through time off of work maybe, or if you're having to work and, nothing's absolutely getting done. So you got some time to pass. You can kick on our little holiday episode here. I want to start. This is an extension off of our Thanksgiving Scarf or Barf, but what kind of, and I know, Christopher, you and I are in the same family, so some of these might be the same, but what kind of food do you guys, what is on your Christmas dinner, lunch, breakfast? What do y'all typically do for food? How's that happening at your family's house?
If I was to not be, eating what you're going to, I'm sure, tell us about here in a minute. In the past, in my aunts, we would normally do like a baked ham on Christmas, as opposed to the turkey on Thanksgiving.
Love a baked ham.
Yes,
big fan.
And if you can get like a legitimate honey baked ham, my goodness, what a delectable treat.
Put it in between some golden chick rolls and some mashed potatoes on them rolls.
You're
too.
cheating. You can't be having them golden chick rolls with all of us stuck with Hawaiian rolls.
all right. It's Christmas time, you got your mashed potatoes, or it's Thanksgiving time, you got your mashed potatoes. Which is your preferred gravy of the three? Do you like brown gravy?
Oh, no.
White gravy?
Oh, no.
Turkey gravy?
Oh, no.
Giblet gravy all day.
Except for I feel like white
What do you
gravy
mean,
is the
oh,
wrong
no?
answer.
No. It's not that I don't like gravy in my mashed potatoes.
Wait.
Oh, no. It's not like I don't like them.
Wait, before you say what you're going to say.
I just prefer them not to have gravy.
How?
I don't know.
So it's not like I don't like mashed potatoes. It's just like I just don't like them with gravy?
Tony.
I warned you. I did everything I could to warn you.
I thought I was the picky
And
eater.
you said it anyway.
That being said. Oh my gosh, that being said. I prefer white gravy.
Okay. Goodness gracious.
Oh man.
White gravy?
I do.
What is this?
I like brown gravy too. I do, but
Lisa's chicken?
So wait,
more often than
is
not
turkey
I find
gravy
myself
finishing third here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I find myself eating white gravy more often than I'm eating brown gravy. I like to dip French fries in gravy.
Especially white gravy, yeah.
Yeah. But for my mashed potatoes, I'm fine with gravyless.
You gonna double down in my presence?
All right, what else is on your Christmas tables, Christopher?
Well, certainly mashed potatoes and gravy.
Whatever Tony likes.
Yeah. What else is on my Christmas table? It's considered an abomination by some, but I really like the marshmallow cherry pie fruit salad.
Okay.
Where you throw in the canned fruit that has the peaches, pears, and grapes, and you mix that with some cherry pie filling and a bunch of little mini marshmallows.
Oh.
It's not bad.
Yeah, whatever.
It's dessert.
Go to
Hey, I like my gravy on my mashed potatoes.
Y'all got some trash tapes, bro. What is this stuff?
Tony's second guessing this.
What do y'all got on these tables? Ugh.
Enlighten us.
Cherry pie and marshmallow, what?
Hey, it's good, man. It's good.
for the deviled egg lovers out there, you will also have, I know, deviled eggs at yours because your mom does make the best deviled eggs.
All right. Well,
I wouldn't know because they're yucky.
You back on
They
my
are
good
nasty.
side.
I do not like deviled eggs.
You back on my bad side. What are you doing? Why are y'all doing this to me?
All right, Tony, tell us, what is up on your Christmas?
My family's kind of a wild card when it comes to Christmas.
Yeah?
You know, we have a lot of staples for Thanksgiving.
Your dad's an amazing cook. I know
My
that. Can
goodness,
make
Richard.
some meat.
But Christmas goes a lot of different ways. Sometimes we're doing it fancy and we're getting out all the dishes that my mom keeps in storage for the other 364 days.
The special china.
Yeah, you know, that she done got from her great grandmother who got it from, you know, who knows, somewhere off the boat. It's been in the family forever. Sometimes we do it big with a prime rib.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love a prime rib.
Sometimes we end up at a grandmother who is, you know, not interested in that, is interested in the family time and not interested in making the meal or providing it. So we're catering Spring Creek.
Yuck.
On Christmas?
And getting some tamales.
That's fine.
Oh,
I love that.
Tamales. Why? But of all the places you could cater, you went to Spring Creek?
Hey,
They're open because they
I was
need the
there for
business
the
so
meal.
bad because their barbecue's straight trash. And
I
if
was-
anyone ever, I
It's an
swear,
abomination.
if anyone who's ever listening, if you have ever stuck up for Spring Creek, don't worry, you don't have to anymore. It's garbage. Don't do that to yourself.
I'm not a fan. I like
don't
the
do
rolls.
it to yourself. You're better.
the only thing worse than Spring Creek is like Dickies.
Yeah, it's.
I like
bad
the
as well.
rolls and how
Well, they got-
available
Spring Creek has great rolls,
the
good
rolls
rolls.
are.
They got something to hang their hat on.
Yeah.
But if we're not doing something like that, sometimes we go down south to another set of grandparents, and that family is Hispanic, and them people can cook.
Oh,
Tell me about it.
Them people can cook. So I love going down there.
yeah, I bet.
And that's a big gathering, and everybody kind of meets up at my grandpa's house, and we eat out on their patio, and it's just kind of buffet style. And everybody brought their own dish. You just open it up and you're like, yeah, let me have one of everything.
I'll take the menu, please.
Heck yeah, that's
How
super
do
cool.
All y'all passing your recipes down. I love it. Share with the white folks, please.
My family does.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
The Godfather, the Don over here.
My family has some Italian roots, so we have always traditionally done an Italian Christmas, which is lasagnas and meatballs and braciole, which braciole is like you take like the bottom round roast or whatever, and you cut it thin into like little 1/4-inch slices and hammer it thinner. Put a bunch of seasoning and prosciutto in there, roll it up like a little fat little mini cigar. You'll brown all of the meat beforehand, and then you'll cook it all in the sauce. That my family has a sauce that we'll make and do all of that stuff, and
To die for.
it is quite good. And
That
then
sounds great.
it is
It's so good.
fantastic. And then we'll also have for like the sides and stuff, we'll do some traditional sides. Like people will do some things that, some carryovers from Thanksgiving, like mashed potatoes, sweet potato pie, sweet potato casserole, pumpkin pie, pecan pie, things like that. Those will come over. My mom also, she's an incredible cook and baker as well. So she will make 9 bajillion cookies and Linzer cookies, Pfeffernuss cookies, Rice Krispie treats, monster cookies, sugar
What are the
cookies.
ones that have like the little powdered sugar and the cherry filling in
and
the
the
middle?
window in the middle. Those are Linzer cookies.
Those
What
are
is a
so
Pfeffernuss
good.
cookie? That sounds like an imaginary friend.
It's
Snuffleupagus?
It's a German cookie. It's small. It's like a small, almost like a gingerbread type of cookie. It's good too.
okay.
Yeah, it's
I
very
probably
good.
had it and didn't even know.
Yeah, and then she'll do
Pfeffernuss.
like chocolate dipped, whatever. So
This is a kerfuffle cookie.
that's what's going on over at the Belusic household.
That
Is
sounds
Italian Christmas.
Delightful.
Yeah, I'm actually. So we're recording this episode. What's today? The 22nd. So we're 3 days before Christmas. I haven't bought any of this stuff yet. buying it probably tonight or tomorrow morning and making it all tomorrow. Just some general holiday cues for the both of my friends here. Christmas Eve present opening policy. What is your family's deal with that? What's the deal?
So I get one gift on Christmas Eve every year. It's the same gift every year.
So you get a traditional gift.
Yes.
Okay. What is it?
Pajamas.
Pajamas? Jamie Jams?
And they usually match everybody else.
Oh.
It's
I'm over here acting surprised like I don't know because like I'm not getting these, like I haven't gotten these pajamas for the last almost 15 years.
I think most people would, the adjective, like precious?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's precious.
It is.
Yeah. Love you, Mom.
Oh.
We all look really sharp in these pajamas for sure.
I've seen these photos. Sure. So, in my household for Christmas Eve, we always wanted to open a present. And my mom was always like, sure, I love you. Sure. And my dad was always like, he would like put his leg up on a chair and he'd be like, he was about to give a presidential speech.
Yes.
Oh
And he'd just be like, so you telling me that you're going to wait 364 days to open these presents and you going to blow it the night before? And we were like, that makes sense. Crap.
I don't want to do it tonight. Let me put it that way.
Plus, and then he'd finish it off and be like, plus you ain't getting much, so you better open them all at once.
My family we never really did, as long as I can remember. We never really did open presents on Christmas Eve before. I don't think I ever even had the urge to. I had friends growing up that, their parents let them open one gift, and it was usually like a random gift that they got to open, but then, of course, later finding out that was the gift the parents designed for them to open on Christmas Eve.
Right.
It was, controlled random.
Oh, let's do this one.
Yeah, this one looks like a good size. Oh, it's kind of torn a little bit already.
What could
do you
be
know?
here?
But yeah, and then of course when Jordan and I got together forever ago, back in 2010, I've been getting pajamas. I get to open pajamas on Christmas Eve. It is fun to do. On the subject of presents, how does your family open presents? Is it just kind of like everyone goes at it like it's crazy in the jungle, fend for yourself, or do you kind of do a one at a time, go around the room thing? How does that work?
Do you guys know like the game Russian roulette?
Yes.
It's nothing like that, but we like to.
I hope so.
Oh my God.
I was like, you've been really lucky on Christmas.
No, the way we'll do gifts is typically one at a time. It'll be like, oh, here you go. Everybody gets their presents, and then we open them one at a time. Like, oh, thank you so and so for this gift, and I love it, and then your turn, and
so
on and so forth, and
that's exactly
dilly-dally.
That's exactly how we do it as well. Had your family always done that before we've kind of meshed our Christmases together, or?
It's usually like a 2-stage thing. When like growing up as a kid, you come out on Christmas morning, and on the couch would be the gifts from Santa Claus.
Okay.
And so sometimes they were some really sick gifts from Santa Claus. Shout out Santa. I remember when Santa gave me a Game Boy Pocket and a copy of Pokemon Blue.
Hell yeah.
It's like 98, like when it came out. I'll always remember that one, Santa.
Which one was Game Boy Pocket?
That was it was a black and white Game Boy still, but it was the smaller Game Boy.
So it was
right before
a bridge
Game Boy Color.
between the original and color?
Color.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes Santa would give us gifts like that. And then other times, those kind of gifts would be under the tree themselves. But it would be Santa gifts were all at once. Go have at it. Look at your stockings. See what else is on the couch. And then you open the gifts after that.
My family does this thing where they bestow a role onto a specific family member at random or however they want to decide. And it'll be that person is Santa. And so that person disperses the
So it wasn't always Pops.
to each
Santa
individual.
for a day. Santa for a day.
And so that individual will go under the tree or wherever the presents are stacked, and we'll disperse them amongst, whose presents they own. From that point, we will do everybody has their moment, and each person opens one present from their grouping at a time as we go around the room.
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah, like I said, mine's real similar to y'all. We have, it's been me typically here. I'll be passing out and organizing where people are sitting and making sure their presents get there. And then we just kind of go around the room and everyone opens.
Have y'all ever had any mistakes?
Oh, like opened the wrong gift?
Opened the wrong gift?
Yeah, your mom has made several mistakes. I was joking with Jordan with this last night because she was wrapping presents. And I was pulling stuff out of their, the boxes, the Amazon boxes. I was like, who's this for? This person? Maybe like you have a key written down somewhere, right? Like a list of where all of these presents are going. Yeah, of course. It's like good because this is what happens. It's like you don't make a list and you turn into your mom, who we're having to switch gifts from time to time. Like, oh wait, no, that one's for Christopher.
Well, what made me think of that
cracks me up. I love it.
What made me think of that is you brought up Game Boy, and the year that I got a Game Boy Color for Christmas, I got they gave me the video game before the game cartridge before they gave me the actual Game Boy.
No, you got to do it that way.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, when I always with game systems, I would always get the games first, and my mom would be like, "Oh no, I guess Santa or whoever I forgot," or if Santa brought me the games
you need
that year.
the new system to play those games?
No.
Oh, I thought they worked with your old system.
Yeah, I was
Right.
always like, bush.
And then of course the new system would be the last thing you open. And I'll do that for Jordan or even some other people if I've got them multiple things, or I'm like, do this one first and lead up to the big one.
I remember even in that moment, I guess they kind of played that off. They were like, oh, I don't know what's going on with that, kind of thing. And I was just like, girl, bye. Like, I did not believe it for a second.
I remember one time my stepbrother got a PS2 for Christmas, and the way they gave it to him was the Christmas gift that he opened under the tree was just a box that had like a note in it that they did like the scavenger hunt thing where they're like, oh, go check your sock drawer. And then it was like, oh, go check in the bathroom under the sink. And then like eventually like lit out to the shed, and it was like in the shed.
How funny.
That classic big blue PS2 box. I was like,
Yeah.
that was clever. That was good.
Get off the shed, kids! Get off the shed! Really? In the shed, they're going to put the PS2.
Oh, no, that was yes, it's brilliant. Because by the end of it, he's like rabid. He's like, what is it? What did I get?
We'll stick on the subject of presents. Do you guys ever get any type of baseball related gifts, or just sports related stuff that you did or got for around Christmas time?
I was not the most athletic child. No, just because you witnessed it in junior high. You know how the pros
How much of this do you want to share on the public airwaves?
I'll just paint the picture as best I can with this stat. Pro athletes run like 4.4s, 4.5s, 4.6s on their 40s.
Oh yeah.
And then like the average dude you would think can run somewhere in the 6s and whatnot.
I think it's still pretty fast, but yeah.
Like 8.8.
Oh boy, that's double.
And I thought I was hustling, man.
They were going there and back, bro.
Yeah, essentially. Nonetheless, I love baseball. So I mean, I would.
You don't need none of that to hit a baseball, brother.
No.
Well, you saw my swing. Nonetheless, I have gotten like postseason hats in the past. It's like, oh, we made the postseason this year. Yeah, please give me a hat with the patch on it.
There you go.
There's one season I got a like blue Michael Young replica jersey that was pretty sweet. Still have that one.
Nice.
I don't think I've seen that one in a while.
It's hanging up there in the closet. One time, I think you may have got the same thing where my mom got us like these like Dallas Cowboys reversible vests that were like kind of fluffy.
Yes.
I love that thing.
Yeah, that thing was cool.
And then of course anything 2023 World Series last year, and then even this year.
Oh yeah, that was last year was like just it was.
What do you want for Christmas? Well, let me tell you.
If it says Rangers World Series on it, get it. I want it.
I'll be happy.
That was like my whole Christmas last year for sure.
Easiest Christmas list ever.
Shirts, flags, ball, whatever. Send it my way.
Oh, you got me the same thing as somebody else? Okay, I'll keep one of them fresh, and then I'll use the other one.
Yep, I got one to rock and one to stock.
Yep.
Nice. For me, I was gifted an autographed replica of a Rafael Palmeiro 400th home run bat as a child.
Oh, that's cool.
Like he actually signed it?
It was probably one of those
A screen
replicated
print.
autographs.
I'm still, nonetheless, that's awesome.
dope.
And we would, it came with like its own little bat bag, and it was two of them, one for me and one for my little brother.
Nice.
And we kept them under our bunk beds. Chris got me a pack of baseball cards from the 23 World Series for the Rangers.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah,
that
like
I cherish fondly.
Yeah.
I also got this was a present from me to me. A happy Merry Christmas to myself.
There you go.
I bought this last Christmas. This is a Earl Campbell jersey from Mitchell and Ness.
Nice. Hook 'em, baby.
Yeah.
Beating Clemson.
Had to wear it because we just beat Clemson last night.
That's
Moving
right.
on.
Shout out to Mitchell and Ness. That looks pretty dang nice quality.
It does. Yeah, I saw you pull up today, and I was like, dang, man, that jersey's fresh.
It is enormous. I got it way too big, but
It looks good, dude.
I mean, it was so funny when I was pulling this thing out of the box that I ordered it from. And, they had it all folded up, and I thought I had it completely unfolded, and I was like, all right, this looks great. And then it went a whole nother flap, and I was like,
Oh, no.
whoa. But when you're big and you're ordering things online, it's better to go big than small for sure.
That's absolutely true. I can attest to that. For me, I had, funnily enough, I had a bunch of hockey presents and stuff growing up. I was huge into the Dallas Stars for a long time, so they would have this 3-game, 2 tickets per game type of thing during the holidays, especially is when this promo would come out. So you get 6 tickets, you get to see 3 games. So, and it was like $100. I got hockey gear when I was a kid a lot. I think like when I first like started playing hockey, I got that stuff for Christmas. It was super cool. And then my mom, this was so funny. I don't remember. This has got to be at least 5 years ago, I think. So when I was 8, I asked for an air hockey table, just one of the, little Fisher Price, nothing crazy. And I ended up not getting it that year. I don't even remember asking for it. But so 5 years ago, my mom got me that air hockey table. She was going through stuff, organizing documents from me and my little sister in like the tubs that she keeps in her closet, and found the letter that I wrote to Santa Claus, and had this whole spiel going on about how like it got stuck in the mailbox and Santa just got the letter, so he brought you the air hockey table, and he wrote a letter back and was like, I'm so sorry, we're hoping this gets to you and you can still have fun with it. It was so cool. It was like the coolest
That's
freaking
awesome.
thing ever. Oh man, yeah. It was something else. Other stuff. Jordan got me like this Texas Rangers baseball bat flash drive, just like a little 8-gig flash drive. I still use it and have it to this day. It's pretty cool. I love that one. And then, like I said earlier, last year was all World Series. Yeah, there was no
so
doubt.
easy.
Yeah, it was. I was the easiest person to shop for last year. To close this one out, I have a few little this or that's I want to play, and then a final Christmas wish that we all are going to send up 3 days before Christmas for us as we're recording this. So, and this is not what you did like as a kid or even what you're doing now per se, but this is what
If you could have your way.
Yeah, if you could have your way, what would you prefer? So, do you like the white lights or multicolored lights for the house?
Multicolored all day, day.
Yeah.
The big C9 bulbs.
Yep, like the ones that I have.
Yes.
Yeah. Tony?
Absolutely. That's the way to go. The whole house, everything, bushes.
And my sickle lights is just too fancy.
I agree. I love the multicolored lights, especially the big bulbs. Those are my favorite.
It's classic.
It really is. Are you all a real tree or a fake tree?
I know your answer, but I'm a fake tree guy. Easy cleanup, easy put together. Can get a little annoying with the storage, but simpler of the options.
I feel very strongly that real tree is better. And I'm one of those families that hasn't had a real tree since I was a child, and can tell you how much I long for it.
Oh,
It's one of those things that I feel like connects you to your Christmas spirit.
Speaking straight to my heart over here, Tony. Yeah,
It definitely looks better. Oh my gosh, a real tree. When you actually have a real tree, it's noticeable.
I am team
In a good
real
way.
tree.
Yeah.
Jordan and I, we've cut down our last like 8 trees, I think. What are you sipping on? Hot cocoa or hot cider? I should say hot apple cider.
Oh man, they're so good, both of them. But if I had to choose, it's easily the hot cocoa.
Yeah, you think so?
Yep.
I'm going cider, baby.
I mean, this is good. I love me a good cider, I'll take the cocoa.
I will take the cider 10 times out of 10 over
Really?
cocoa. Yep.
I have a set of Keurig pods right now for hot apple cider.
Oh,
And I love starting my day with one of those.
We buy them at
So
work.
good.
The apple cider
that
ones. Is it
sounds
Mott's?
so good.
Mott's apple cider?
I don't think I got a
Oh.
different one.
What is your preferred cold day meal? Soup or chili?
It's chili with no beans unless it's potato soup. Then it's potato soup.
All right.
I have spoken.
Okay. So it's chili, but if it's not, it's soup
Yes.
with potatoes.
No, or no, I'm saying it's chili unless it's potato soup.
Okay.
Then the potato soup reigns supreme.
Okay, I got you.
I'm not one of those people that associates chili with cold weather. I'm just always
Really?
eating chili. So I would definitely go with soup on that.
Okay.
I get the weirdest cravings for chili in the hottest parts of the year. It'll be like July 15th, and I'm like, man,
Frito
chili
pie
sounds-
would be
Yes!
great right now.
It's the heaviest meal. It doesn't sound appetizing when it's hot
Chili-
outside, but it just get this craving.
Chili is a topping, I feel like, on a chili cheese dog or Frito pie, like in the summer for sure. But I'm definitely not just like heaping up a bowl of chili with like saltines or
Oyster
cornbread
crackers.
in the summer. Both of these foods for me are cold weather foods. I really won't eat a ton of them in the summer. And I have no freaking idea. I don't know, man. I love them
They're both
both.
so good.
They're both so good.
Which soup would you choose? Like, what would be the soup
Yeah,
that would reign
that's
supreme?
the thing.
There's so many though,
there
and
are
chili
so-
is just chili.
Yeah, it's true. I think I am going to choose soup as much as
Egg
I
drop
love
soup.
chili. And I'm going to have that for dinner now. Thank you. I'm having some egg drop soup
Oh,
and some rice and the little crispy wontons.
yes.
Yeah.
You could sprinkle them in there. Ooh.
But yeah, so I'll
This
go
is
soup.
like their most busy time of the year, probably.
Mhm.
You
Oh,
know?
yeah. One of those, all the families in town, and I don't really want to cook for 20 people,
Yeah.
but let me hit up the local Chinese cuisine.
Well, the last one here is going to be contemporary Christmas songs or classic Christmas songs.
By contemporary, we're talking anything from Bing Crosby to Mariah Carey, and by classic, we're talking the more like, oh, come all ye faithful, and
I gotcha.
oh, holy night.
That's what you're considering contemporary is Bing Crosby?
Well, I mean, when the comparison is oh, holy night, yes.
I was like, well, what do we, like, we could just say the classic is like Bach then? Like, what are we saying? Like,
I'm saying like Christmassy. How would you say? I don't want to say like Christian Christmas music, but like
contemporary is like Mariah Carey forward. Like
Yeah,
Mariah Carey
I would
and
say
Michael
that.
Bublé.
I would-
and-
yeah, okay,
I guess like a
Versus like,
pop Christmas songs versus classic Christmas songs, because like
yeah, you could
you
do
know
that.
White Christmas, like
Yeah.
like that's not like a oh come all ye faithful kind of song
But I was thinking that that's exactly an example of what I was thinking of
as a classic Christmas song.
Yeah,
or
that's
like
I
a
would too.
like a Nat King Cole, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That was classical Christmas song to me.
So my preference, I'm blowing past both of these. Is I want rock and roll Christmas. The end. I love rock and roll Christmas. Give me some 80s Christmas too. You can throw Mannheim Steamroller in there. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, of course.
I hear a
That
lot
Eagles
of rock and roll
tune
Christmas
is a
songs.
great
Yeah.
Christmas song.
Not all rock and roll Christmas songs are created
No,
equal. I've
they're
heard some
not.
terrible
Yes,
covers
they're
of
for
rock and roll
sure.
Christmas songs.
Yeah. But
I
I
like
love rock
the-
and roll Christmas.
I don't
like
know
the-
who sings the song, but I'm gonna do a terrible imitation that is pretty spot on. There's a guy that in one of these songs literally is like, "Oh, I like Christmas. Oh, I like Christmas."
Oh my
Sounds
God,
just like that.
Who is that?
I gotta Shazam it next time I hear it, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
is that terrible.
I'm first to the Jackson 5.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, that's a good one. I would say the one type of classical where I'll go that way is I really love Carol the Bells. Just if you could do
Ooh,
like
yes.
just a really nice orchestral or choral version of that, I enjoy that.
I like "Oh Holy Night." I mean, that's a good classic one. Like musically, like it gets a little intense there. Fall on your knees.
I even like the cheesy ones. Give me like the Jose Feliciano. That's cool. Totally
Yeah.
fine with me. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Prospero año y felicidad.
All right, so we'll move on to our last question here, guys. We're going to ask Santa Claus. We get the unique opportunity to send a Christmas wish up to old Saint Nick just a few days before he comes and delivers all of the presents to the good boys and girls. You get to ask Santa Claus for one thing on your Texas Rangers Christmas list, but it cannot be a World Series ring. What is it going to be?
Dear Santa, if you could just send us one healthy season from Jacob deGrom.
Oh, that's such a good one.
If you can give me 180 innings of a healthy Jacob deGrom,
Be lovely.
all the money would be worth it. I feel like it's already worth it. We won a World Series, whether he was a part of it.
Those 6
technically,
starts
you know,
counted?
he was.
What? Yes, they
know?
did.
Yes,
They did.
We
Yeah.
won all 6 of them.
Yeah, because if you take any one of them out, we don't even get to the playoffs.
I've been the goodest of boys. Dear Santa, please send us a healthy Jacob deGrom.
Yes, I love that.
Mine is very similar to Tony's. We, early in this podcast's history, came across the fact that the Mets have never won an MVP. We're the anti-Mets, because the Mets have won a bunch of Cy Youngs. We've won a bunch of MVPs, but we have never had a Cy Young pitcher. Dear Santa, please let Jacob deGrom or Nathan Eovaldi win the Cy Young. Please. Pretty please.
I love that one too. Dear Santa, my Christmas wish is also on the pitching side of the ball for this team. And it's something that this goodest of boys has wanted for just a little while, but has wanted it so hard and so bad. And I just want it. And dear Santa, I think you can deliver him to us. And that is, I want the Rangers to sign Roki Sasaki. And it doesn't even have to be on Christmas Day. You can deliver the present late. Anytime past after our free agent money kicks in.
That is also fine.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Reasonable choices.
Yeah, I think these are all very reasonable things. I love the Cy Young one. I love the Jacob deGrom one.
Hopefully ours
Roki
are
on the
intertwined.
team. Oh, yeah. And then maybe Roki can win one later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you again, dear listener, for joining us on this holiday episode. Just a reminder, we are going to be out next week for sure, the week after Christmas. This episode has been real, and it's been fun. It
ain't been real fun.
It's been real fun. We're so gracious that you guys join us here on the Ranger Zone. It means a great deal that you take the time to spend some time with us. The 3 Chuck E. Cheese tokens that are mixed in with your change from the cat lady at the craft fair. As always, you can keep up with us, trying to keep up with social media on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube at Ranger Zone Pod. That is at Ranger Zone Pod. Coming at you. We are definitely worth a follow for the nonsense alone. And you can always listen to us anywhere you get your podcasts. So thank you again. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. This has been the Ranger Zone, and I have been Robbie Belusic.
I have been Chris Green.
I have been Tony Cook.
And that is the way the baseball goes. Jangle, jangle.